神偷降临，放弃 Earthfall 了吗？砍。那游戏对小猫来说难度太高了。
我都忘记了，很多操作都忘了。
放弃了，太多一样的游戏。来我打 Warframe 吧。
挖粪。我都忘记我之前玩到哪。
没买骑马砍杀。
我有骑砍啊，新的又还没出。
What the hell?
怎么 FPS 这么低啊？是我把那个距离弄太高了吗？可是我不在室内吗？对啊，这种全部都被重置了。这有什么差别啊？我靠！干，我身上东西太多了。
又准备去偷人家东西呀？
拜纯冠碟，怂敖碟产，拜。
伏地魔。
回来嘞。 找到啦。
神偷模拟器。
关闭动态模糊吧。
我有关啊。这存档好像是我跟他激战过的隔天呢。
现在才想破，这游戏都没多少人要看了87。
没人看就没人看啊。忘记我的仓库要去哪里找了。
嘴巴上讲没人看就没人看，私底下却问我怎增加人气，这样对吗？然后讲了你又听不进去。Kappa。
偷码？什么偷码？
洗一下。
这里有我的床，是不是？霸气温响。什么？就是没有置物柜哦。这里没有柜子放东西哦。
不要跟女人一样，嘴巴上说不要，却自己在脱衣服了。
这锁是什么东西？锁本来是长这样吗？是不是？他开锁是不是有改过啊？
小猫就是小女生啊。
That sounded like... I suppose it was nothing.
在走来走去这样子。 有保存药剂。我之前是不是有装无线存档的东西呀？
Jesus, I see a thief.
God,
See a thief.
Men are like
God.
little kids.
God 被看到了。没有。Mother 被看到。那个火把怎么用出来啊？忘记了欸。火把怎么用啊？干为什么这蠢蠢的？哦，特殊战绩。我刚刚没装备吗
？What's that? What's going on there? What the hell is that?
很淡定呢。
Hey, who's there? Hey. Curse it!
防御我就忘记了。
Come on. Got weak in the knees, have you?
我忘记是怎么战斗的。格挡是 Q 哦，格挡跟躲避是 Q。
87猫。
中断攻击。
Come here.
倒了哦！啊，屠城的。
Surrender. You'll have to answer for your lawbreaking. You're dead. I'll slaughter. Shit! Bring it on. Bring it on. Enjoy this. Shit. Fuck this. You're dead.
干，好难打啊！
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
要 GG 了。
You'll get what for.
God damn!
Everyone here! Quick!
我的血条到底是哪一个啊？我要怎么切换瞄锁定的目标？我现在是在练习我的战斗啊。
零
键3，中键哦。人投降了。
I'll fucking kill you. Bring it on.
干，我超硬的。哦。
Oh my god!
Is that the best you can do? You'll get what for. Did that hurt?
砍死你们！
I yield. Gone weak at the knees, have you? Whoa! Fucker! Bring it on.
真怎样刺激啊！
Is someone there? Is that all you've got? You call that combat? Come here, Billy. Give up.
干！
Gone weak at the knees, have ya?
You'll get what for.
妈的！
What's the matter? Come on.
这也好挤啊！干挤多少人呢、啊？
Is that all you
I'll
got?
ring your
看到我在这边要用弓啊！妈的！
Where could he have vanished to? He must be here somewhere.
I'll slaughter you.
斗剑，
You can't have got to the side.
去死啊！
里面有无法杀死的，你投降吧。
无法杀死的。
Gone weak at the knees, have ya?
Come and get it.
干，超级的、啊！
Come on.
Bring it on!
Is that all you've got?
Oh God, oh God.
我干，我快死了！
Here.
我的装甲坏掉是不是？
I'll slaughter you. There must be here somewhere. Not weak at the knees, have you?
我快死了！ 快死
多个人
了！
干你一个，
Can't hide.
我的衣服应该坏光了吧？干，真的追挡不住了。
You'll get what for.
啊！
Come here.
血战至死。
大半天一个人都没死啊！
有啊，有人死啊！
有啊，就你死了。
哭哦！无线存档无效了吗？还是因为更新的关系？ 装个 mod。我要做一个不为人知的神偷。看这个还要登录才能下载哦。靠腰已经忘记是哪一个账号了，有吧？登录了。
作弊就作弊，还不为人知。
怎么就是跳这个？所以要创一个 mod。可以耶，好。继续进行我的神偷之路。
亨利大冒险。
我就要先去旅店放东西啊。这里也有，这里的旅店。
Welcome, Henry.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
叉叉这种意思啊。对方财富72.9。 不知道放什么欸。骰子好多哦，小米草。我身上会重是因为药草太多啊。
Only bandits creep around in the dark without a light. Where's your...
Hey, you want someone?
What are you playing at with that weapon?
God save.
How are the Talmberg folk getting on? Is it peaceful here?
Ah, things here are not too bad at all.
Can I sleep here?
Certainly. For how long?
How about if I pay you for several nights?
All right. Money up front, though.
That's quite a lot. Can we discuss the price? What about this?
That's not enough.
哇，这么多！
You like it here? Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
Where do I go to sleep?
In the loft. There's a door next to the chicken coop. Inside there's a ladder up to the loft. You'll find it all set up for sleeping. Take care.
你还不太会杀价吼？
不是一半一半吗？不是这里哦。我们是哪一栋啊？
第一次杀越低越好，然后第二次可以杀一样价格。
In the loft. There's a door next
第
to
二
the
次
chicken
杀一样
coop.
价格。
Inside there's a ladder up to the loft. You'll find it all set up for sleeping.
基隆，
Good luck then.
基隆这里吗？的负重感超重的。身上怎么那么多鞍啊？哦，那是仓库啊。金石字，混账小偷，修道院偷来的。 下面的都没重量。我会不会键带太多？啊，我的马要怎么叫过来？
Henry. What is it?
X 瞬间移动。哦，马上面的东西是，我马上也太多东西了。换这个弓吗？不能修，损坏过度无法维修，无法维修要怎么办？找工匠吗？这个要怎么办？坏掉了耶！ 食物跟水做什么用的，有点忘了。做就要吃东西，是不是？技能。角色登记。我加魅力啊！ 延吉，我选什么好嘞？我要选哪一种欸？第六感。道圣。 犯罪以后，打重点。爱狗人士。炼金，拔牙。拔牙要干嘛？可以卖是不是？说服守卫。手抖会加重25%，什么啊？9亿。搜寻土匪。路上的袭击。
An assassinate. The old Way off. Go.
干，害我流血。右下那什么图标啊？
多叠之选 U 冠，无臂冠。
太饱了，是不是？猪。对啊，天国拯救。知道了。没办法关掉那个头部追踪，因为有时候我会觉得很奇怪，我在看这个门或什么的时候，那个显示怪怪的，原因就是因为我头在动，这游戏跟着在动。你想要让它不要追踪我的头啊，追踪我的眼睛就好了。 吃的。原来有钥匙的。哦，不就拿了，为什么还要开锁？
Christ, a thief! People, a thief!
干，被他发现了！被他发现了！其实我应该先把他弄晕了。 干弯道跟他对话。
What was that? I must have imagined it. Hey! What are you doing here? Clear off quick. What are you doing?
居然醒来了。干没得开哦。
What the hell?
你这个任务要怎么解啊？
That's mine. Felt a pickpocket.
干，怎么被发现？才走过来而已。这个人是不是装睡啊？
猫哥的长相太猥琐，所致波差低。
这个人好容易醒哦，那怎么爬切啊？
拿火把走到你房间床旁边，你不会醒吗？87，把火把熄掉，表情符号惊讶。
我把熄掉有差吗？还是醒啊？
I'll be with you.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
There must be that farmhand, Lubosh. I don't know what the hell you want him for, and I don't much care. He's got a cottage on the edge of the village near the stream. Take care now. What are you doing here? Anything else? Hey!
在干嘛？还不赶快进去睡觉？
What's the matter with you?
你才有什么毛病？干嘛跟着我啊？这样好像就不会跟着我的头动了。
Are you looking for me?
我手把那个火把怎么收起来啊？
Hey!
一直跟我干嘛啊？很奇怪，要是把它弄晕好了。
烧它啊！又玩这傻逼游戏，
也没多好的东西啊。靠，那个马刺，我不应该拿掉那个马刺的这个吗？身上还有书吗？没带书啊。站在旁边。你好。发生了什么？操！发生了什么
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
That must be that farmhand, Lubosh. I don't know what the hell you want him for, and I don't much care. He's got a cottage on the edge of the village near the stream.
Oh, by all the saints. Can I do anything to help?
Hey, 到底怎么把火把收起来啊？
Hey, close that window.
很奇怪。啊，这一小块是私人。
Hey，
他在洗脸，我在洗澡。
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
What would you want with him? Well, it's no skin off my nose. The bastard has a cottage on the edge of the village by the road to retire.
Do you have any work that needs doing?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden. I have to deal with a local witch.
A witch?
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Ujet's women to witchery.
A little bird told you, did it?
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's eye and not the beam in their own.
In other words, someone's been gossiping. And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep, then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it.
Consider it done.
Good. And never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude, the old herb woman, in the woods. May the Lord watch over you.
与魔共舞。刚刚那个土匪的嘞，
Can I sleep here?
All right. For how long?
How about if I pay you for several nights?
No problem, but you pay in advance.
That's quite a lot. Can we discuss the price?
May the Lord watch over you.
直接那个
Have you got a bed for the night?
不能到最低哦。
For how long?
How about if I pay you for several?
All right. God bless.
直接
Can I sleep?
For how long?
How about if...
No problem.
我很想来说什么越低越好，可是低了就直接结束啊。
Is this enough?
That's not enough.
What about this?
Well now, a little more and we'll shake on it. You've got it all to yourself. No one will disturb you.
Where do I go to sleep?
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building, there's a ladder up to the loft. Your bed.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name.
That'll be Lubosh. Gallows bait if I ever saw one. His place is at the end of the village, next to the stream. Take him. Take care.
Easy.
Easy 文祥还在啊？
口才魅力上去了没？
等一下，我放到什么？出一出。有啊，我口才10，魅力11。
Can we do something about the...
反正是偷来的。
This here and a little top.
给你小费。
Well now, thank you very much.
I'd be with you.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Oh, aye. Farewell.
Yeah. Yeah.
气势磅礴是吧？干我怎么突然扣这么多血啊？这是应该算摔到了，是不是？
Move along, citizens. Move
傻
along.
猫，
There's nothing to see here.
傻乐略啊！
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanish's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you
怎么
think
使用的
it's
简
anything to
体
do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm
加
recognized someone from
博冠
Auschwitz
蝶
among
灵
the
没有
bandits.
繁
卷
体吧？
We have no
有繁体
bandits
吗
or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
我靠！
Sakra.
Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Another thing about Luke.
Hey, you! Don't... Oh! Oh!
干嘛？为什么突然打我？
There's a brawl there!
为什么要突然打我啊？问号。
Do something quick! Go ahead and gather your strength.
Hey! Those fellows beating each other over there! Do something about it!
For heaven's sake,
这发生什么事啊？干！
Caught you! Now you'll pay for all your crimes!
What?
Do something!
Don't pretend you don't know what's what, you whore son. Here you are, wandering the land with a corpse on your back, getting up to all sorts of no good, and now you play dumb. Personally, I'd rather string you up, but unfortunately, all I can do is throw you in jail.
什么东西啊？
Look, I'll tell you the truth, but you mustn't tell anyone. The Lord of Ratai sent me on a secret mission. And to do it, I have to bend the law a little now and again. Understand?
My heart bleeds for you.
身上有赃物。
身上有赃物，他这样直接看得到。
Caught you! Now you'll pay for all your crimes.
What?
Don't pretend you don't know what's what, you whore son. Here you are, wandering the land with a corpse on your back, getting up to all sorts of no good, and now you play dumb.
Personally, I'd rather string you up, but unfortunately, all I can do is throw you in jail.
87。
This is surely no way to treat one of
失败。
Sure.
你第一天玩吗？
Enough.
很久没玩了。
Caught you. What? Don't pretend. Personally.
Are you pulling my pizzle? Don't you know who I am? You better watch your step, or I'll make things so hot for you, you'll be lucky to get a job slopping out piss pots.
Aye, right. I've gone all weak at the knees. Shoot!
很神奇，连你放在马上的赃物都能发现。自己口才都没练，难怪说糊涂了。
口才怎么练？
口才物理。
这左上有那个是什么意思啊？左上的那个图标是什么？
就以前就一直讲啊，怎练跟开锁偷窃一样。
为什么我被通缉啊？问号。
God be with you. I'm looking for a...
Good luck to you.
I'm looking for a...
That'll be... Good luck, then.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for a... Is there anything...
Oh. God be with you.
Be a bit more careful.
我怎么还不能跟他们买房间啊？
Take care.
我觉得刚刚是 bug 吧，刚刚我被通缉耶，我没做什么，怎么会被通缉？看这个爬不上去。怎么过头了？
这什么跛脚马？你存档之前左上就有符号了，还没做什么？
就不知道为什么啊。
在骗自己吗 ？XD。
我刚就是骑马下来的时候，我就发现很奇怪，怎么突然顿了一下，然后左上出现剑的那个符号。现在就没那个符号啊。
Who was limping?
A poor crook.
How come
he got that?
Has he been up to?
Hmm.
Did he have any kids?
None.
Do you happen to know where?
I've no idea.
When did you find the?
Just now.
这样就没事了。
Jesus Christ be prayed. May the Lord watch over you.
I've come in the name of Sahanish of Lipo. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof.
Ask away.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
He was a drunkard and a beast. And lazy too. Idle hands are the devil's tools.
Have you noticed anything suspicious?
The only thing seemed suspicious was how a rogue like him suddenly...
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was...
What do I care about that scoundrel? I was glad he stayed out of my...
Do you know who Lubosh used to...
He was always a loner.
That's all. Thank you.
Take care. May the Lord watch over you.
Hey! Look out!
I've come in the name of Sahanish of Lipo.
I don't know how...
Who was this Lubosh?
You could see at first glance he was no good.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never...
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day...
I don't think he was home. I didn't see him.
Do you know who Lubosh used to...
As far as I know, he had nobody at...
That's all.
Goodbye.
Good health to you.
I've come in the name...
I don't know, no...
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him.
Have you noticed anything?
Come to think of it, he was in church. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That's all. I'd like you to show me how... Certainly. I'm interested in more of...
Alright.
一直对话就可以加口才哦。
Isn't that quite a... Is this enough?
That's a poor...
Agree?
Well. Agreed.
I've come in the name of... That's all.
God bless.
I'd like you to show me how... Certainly. I'd like to hone...
Alright.
Isn't that quite a...
Sorry, but I'm...
I'd like you to show... Certainly. I'd like to hone...
Alright.
Isn't that quite... Are we agreed?
That's not enough.
My last offer.
Well now. Agreed. I'd like you to show... Certainly. I want to achieve... You can't become a master overnight. Well. Farewell.
终端家务。
安安新手小偷。
Good health to you.
安安。
I've come in the name of Sahan.
Of course.
你是手机版的汪汪吗
That man Lubosh who was...
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight.
Have you noticed anything
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him...
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhoff was raided?
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
I've come in the name...
Ask away.
That's all. Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
Good day to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Light.
Sir Hanush gives a...
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
I didn't see much of him lately, not even in the tavern. Not till yesterday in church, as it happens.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a strange one. Always drinking, bad-tempered. Lord knows how he made a living. Well, maybe now I've got an idea or two.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhoff was raided?
I don't think he was home at all. Wait, are you saying he... Oh, Jesus!
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
I really don't know. As far as I know, he had no kin. I never saw him with anyone.
That's all. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Huh? Good health to you, sir.
I've come in the name...
Of course.
That's all.
Good luck to you.
God be with you. Take care now.
调查和牧师交谈。等一下，那个房子好像没进去看线，可以进得去吗？能看到更多线索吗？
Lord above, they did a hell of a job. What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned him to death and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream. Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything? Nothing unusual.
他们散会了。
See the car when you could get round.
Hey, watch out! Right horse in you.
I went and had a good look around my own place. Now I'm sorry I did.
How's that?
The roof was only fit for firewood. The rafters are rotten on the north
side,
on the south, the beetles have riddled them with holes.
Damnation! That's a nuisance.
It'll all have to be replaced. But at least the rest of the house is all right. Only that fucking roof.
Well, that's some comfort at least.
What the hell?
Be a bit more careful.
Damn. May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah.
在干嘛？
交通肇事逃逸下马。
交通肇事，他在练剑。
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practiced with a stick. Reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
他是武生吗？
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sahanish of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances. And this is one of them.
怎么办？
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a
我口才比他高，为什么会失败啊？
If people
难道要
believe
高
the
很多才
sanctity of
可
the
以吗？
confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Good luck to you.
神父可以喝酒。
Have you thought of a way to help me solve that murder?
Let's leave it for the evening. Come to the tavern after sunset and we'll talk it over. God be with you.
这里面有武器店吗？
呀！
食品店。
呀！
Hey!
Have you got a bed?
Certainly. For how long?
How about...
No problem.
Is this enough?
It'll take... Good luck to you.
Can I sleep?
All right. For how long?
How...
God be with you.
Have you got a bed?
Oh, for how long?
How about...
No problem.
Since it's you...
You won't get...
Is this enough?
I almost... You'll like it.
Where do I go?
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building. Take care now.
到晚上。为什么？是啊，为什么我睡起来变这样，变成被通气？ 为什么我睡起来要被通气啊？奇怪。我是又遇到 bug 了，是不是？睡觉会自动存档。我又不懂为什么。为什么我要莫名其妙被通缉啊？
偷完东西要去洗手洗干净，比较能减少被发现。
洗手，刚刚不是在那个河边洗，在那个水桶洗澡了。那现在我怎么办？不要被警卫看到就好，是不是
？And with you, lad. Take a seat.
他的情妇。
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but maybe we can work something out. But first, I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them.
去找警卫缴罚款，不然不要被发现。
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. The parents, the girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovno. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
You think I'm too young for the job, Father?
I do, to tell the truth.
Well, I can only apologise for my lack of grey hair and gout.
Now the most important thing. What actually happened in Noyo? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarreled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
他也上过战场。
But now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
You're just making excuses. The people who say the church is corrupt are right. You don't care about anyone, only your own comfort.
I'm sorry you see it that way. Really sorry. You've no idea how wrong you are.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And of course describing them in detail. Tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive fur, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticizes the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. It's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
怎样？他情妇怎么又冒出来了？
Na kraj padł desej smutek, godnielo i rano utek, niech ich małżeński majstra, do wczera żylne staje brak. Už sejmoj svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejmě jich učit, nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno, a požadem si huby jako poslední den. Půjdu se vámi, ano rada stávím, a tak vypal sudy a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu jsou nejdem, tak nalej mi hned, ať točí se svět.
Enough of this! Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
他们来，我会不会被
Don't fetch me
抓？
again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped, and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Wow. You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
还要我帮他？
I'll wring your neck.
Oh! Oh! You God!
What's that?
当头一棒，什么这种技能？
Ow!
I'd love to. And Henry too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. Watch the step, my dear. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Godwin, you're a buffoon.
Hey!
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
爽翻了！干这样吐。
And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here.
靠，他们搞杂交是不是？啪啪啪！
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
怎么突然就开车了？
都早上了，
早上了。
活龟蝶，灌肠叠叠。
Hey, what?
LULLUL.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
他们现在是炮友了吗？又吐。
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. We have a wonderful time.
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. What was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten? Where the fuck am I? What the fuck was it? Mass.
你未来的老婆就是这种女人才适合你。
干才不要嘞！
Oh, you're the priest. I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy, but I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you, but you can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look, from what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
前面讲的那样，结果还不是为了自己。
So all at once the confessional seal isn't so sacred?
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
We'll never get away with it.
Not if you make a hash of it.
Well, all right. I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what.
喝酒讲的布道，还会记得吗？
Fine then, we have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
还在宿醉。
164。不会。
164不会什么？
Come on, Henry. Don't tell me you changed your mind.
杀掉神父。
就我现在还他妈的是通气状态啊！
Come on, Henry. Don't tell me you changed your mind. Come on, Henry. Don't tell me you changed your mind.
屠城了。
我要站在那个台上。
WWW。87神父。
Never show up. The swirl. Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait. Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
感觉神父这样当的。
I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clown.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas.
鬼传教。
Hoc facite in meam commemoration.
吐下去啊！吐到圣杯里。
Brothers and sisters,
那个女的是跟他激战过的吗
？Of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
看谁先吐。干。
Greetings, brothers and sisters in Christ.
I am here to tell you about Mother Church and to show you through my words how she is falling into decay and abandon, how the once great mother of all Christians is losing her dignity and trading in souls like the merchants in the temple. But I am digressing.
That boy has a cheek.
成功。
Just as we are commanded to obey the priests in matters of virtue, so are we commanded to defy them face to face if they live contrary to God's commandments.
Hear that, Godwin?
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, enemies, injustice, hunger and chaos, failed harvests, fires, floods and other catastrophes. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame!
攻杀
Shame upon them!
And what sins? They live with harlots and keep concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan? And how much darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church? Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly robes?
Nothing we don't know about already.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates! Away with them!
We're fortunate to have our good Father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye, all honor to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
Lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, Daniels.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a silver tongue.
新 DLC 啦！
新 DLC 有 DLC 吗？这是我本体都还没玩完呢。
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. Well, I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony. And fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you,
well, now Lubos came to me shortly after it happened, and his conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs, and at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that, so they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhoff.
That would explain something. Lubos kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubos killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be
嘴
excommunicated
炮
from
大
that.
师吧。
Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business.
Lyrical
And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try.
跟你一样啊，皮卡，
Although
嘴
I'm
炮
not
大
sure I'd
师。
survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
我嘴炮可是很厉害的，小心点。
紧走哦！
Kurva fix!
Fix.
What's the matter? Come on.
Lyricary lyric GREAT lyric SHUCKS lyric POOP lyric FEELS lyric Z lyric GASM lyric FR lyric H.
Personally, I'd
He
rather
blamed
string
me.
you up. But unfortunately, all I can do is throw you in jail.
You're making a serious mistake.
成功。
If only you knew what
成
you
功
just
了。
got yourself into. This won't end well for you.
Well, I thought, that is, I had no idea. Well, if that's how it is,
Yeah.
of course you may go. Good day to you.
The parish priest here in Ujits is a peculiar sort of cleric. I noticed he's quite handy with a sword.
He is indeed. He's as hard as nails. More than once he's intervened in the brawl in the tavern and sat everyone on their asses. He's not to be taken lightly.
I doubt he acquired those skills at the seminary.
You know how it goes. The nobles send their youngest sons to study for the priesthood, and our parish priest has blue blood in him. He probably learnt to fight at home before he went to university. That's how it goes with those aristocrats. But I heard something happened and he was roving the world for a while. Don't know what he got up to though. Farewell.
My
怎么不能跟他交谈？
What's
I'm glad to see.
Father, I wouldn't have expected that.
With a stick. I practiced. See you later.
Hey, what are you doing here? Clear off quick.
我们不是好朋友吗？什么？
God be with you.
Can we do something about them?
Well.
Agree?
That's not enough. All right, sir.
Hmm. 这是刚刚买书的钱吗？
Good day to you. Good luck to you.
Let's have a word about the...
Well...
Here you are.
Thanks 1,000.
Good health to you. God be with you.
Hmm?
Let's talk about the... Here.
Get the hell out of here. There's nothing here for you. Jesus, look. What's it to be?
突然变非法入侵。
Hey!
Hey!
Garment that will cure all ailments and onions that will make you cry when you cut that and cry for joy when you cut.
路上的袭击。
What's that for? Yeah. Yeah.
你要的装备嘞，干！要我的装备嘞，靠背嘞？问号！我身上装备都没穿是怎样？
I was told you were drunk. If it was up...
You're making this...
Well, I thought...
What is it?
God's sake. Father,
Take care.
Down.
我刚刚在哪里买书的？
Hey, look out! What the hell are you doing?
没有被袭击的。居然都没袭击。 强盗
Here.
I'm at your service. I'm looking for a fellow called Riki. Do you know him?
You mean Hinek? He's the Tanner's son, isn't he?
Any idea where I could find him?
I don't know. Try at his folks' house, but he doesn't spend much time there.
So you know this Hinek? Can you tell me something about him?
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why's that?
Well, no one with a nose likes spending too much time around Tanner's. And that Riki keeps bad company. I've never heard a good word said about
屏
him.
幕上那个跳动的东西是什么？
What can you tell me about
眼球追踪啊！
He's as cantankerous as a hog in a thorn bush. He won't talk to anyone.
Why do they call Hinek Riki anyway?
He's a tanner, isn't he? If you're ever downwind of him, you'll understand. Tanning isn't a trade for the weakest stomach.
True enough. But not every courier gets cursed with a name like that.
Well, Inek's nature's no sweeter than his smell.
Why has he got such a bad name?
Well, like his old man, he doesn't talk much to anyone. And then he's always skulking off somewhere.
I heard he got a taste of the pillory and retired for thieving. And in Neuhoff, he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies and they beat up some merchants.
So a bit more than high spirits.
Just so. We're all honest folk here, and we've no use
厉害了。
Don't tell me there's not a single person who talks to him.
He's been seen around with one of the bathhouse wenches. Adela, I believe she's called.
澡堂少妇。
God be with you.
Hey! Be a bit more careful.
Have you got a bed?
All right. For how long?
How about if I...
All right.
What do you say?
That's not enough. Good luck then.
Can I...
For how long?
How about...
Sure.
That's his...
That's not an...
Ah.
Well... You've got it all to yourself.
Where do I go to sleep?
That's easy. As soon as you go indoors, at the end of the room on the left, there's a door leading to the chamber.
What can you tell me about this Hinek?
What can I tell you? No, he's none too popular. No one cares to talk to him.
Why not?
Well, I'm not one to gossip, but I heard he keeps bad company.
What's the Tanner like? Hinek's father.
The less I see of him, the better. He's not exactly sparkling company.
Why do they call him Riki anyway?
Why do you think? Because he's a tanner, of course.
So why don't...
The old tanner's not an easy man. But a son should never let his father down. Enoch does nothing to help.
And does no one at all talk to him?
That harlot Adela hangs around with him, of course.
Harlot?
She works as a bathhouse wench. Same thing. Take care.
调解了。这女的卡 bug 了，呵呵。好，我休息一下，等一下打战地。这个之后再继续玩的。有出什么 DLC 吗？有吗？有吗？7月5号有一个 DLC。
安安，我记得不是可以打猎赚钱？
打猎赚钱，可以吧？这是什么 DLC？ 第一个 DLC。建筑。
猫猫只会打枪赚钱。
什么意思？是可以盖自己的家，是不是？
proven yourself well. You demonstrated that you're capable of solving problems. I hereby appoint you to the office of bailiff of the hamlet of
Me?
嗯？盖整个村庄啊，还是怎样？
And here's one of the new DLCs I've brought along today. The first DLC on our roadmap is From the Ashes. If we have a look at the map, we're in the middle of the forest, not far from Przybysławice. If you remember, that's the place where there was the bandit camp, and where we had the boss fight against Runt in the church tower. Compared to then, the map now looks a little bit different. So this is what happens in the DLC. Lord Divish, the ruler of the area who gave you the title of bailiff, says, "Hey, you've done a great job. Now help me rebuild the village." As such, it's perhaps a little confusing to call this a DLC because that sounds like an extra that's added on separately. In the case of From the Ashes, it's much more like a huge extension to the vanilla game, the normal Kingdom Come, because it's integrated into the main quest. You simply arrive at this point naturally, thanks to the DLC, and play on from there. In From the Ashes, you earn bonuses by helping to rebuild the village, and these will help you later on, and there are lots more missions and gameplay, of course. Marius here explains to us how this all works. And this will be the site of our until 4 or 5 in your village. Woodcutter is
还不错的样子，把这些都买一买吧。高清语音包。好，我先休息一下咯，等等8点再开车，拜拜。